All right, Shalom Yasharala, Shalom Israel. Before we go any further within this lesson, I want to start it off or open up by giving all praises, all glory, all blessings with infinite honors unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Raha Wadash. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name, who the people of this world innately calls God. And Yahweh Shai is the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, whom the people of this world innately calls Jesus Christ. I'm the brother Tazier from the Company of Prophets located out here in Tampa, Florida. As always, double honors going out to our beloved elder bishops and to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, which rule well and that teach well, with much blessings and salutations going out to the hopeful elect, to the Akim, while Aquaf that are tuning in, and to the men that are laboring within this truth. Okay, Salakia. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Unto you and to your households within these evil days, these evil times, which we are surely living in. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, because it's about time for these people to feel the burn, okay? It's about time for these people to feel, all right, the pain. All right, man. Fuck these people, man. Fuck these Babylonians. Fuck these heathens. These 2/3. All right. If you're not subscribed to the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, if your God is not the God of Jacob, all right, then fuck you, man. Truth be told, all right. That's how I feel. That's how I'm coming, man. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm coming in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. But this is the brother Azaria. Okay, the elder Azaria. All right, from GMS Orlando. And as I was watching his video, okay, you know, he was about to cut up in the spirit. You know, he was about to go in, but I just started it. And as I'm listening to it, all I can hear is, you know, these Edomites complaining. All right, these Edomites complaining, man. All right, about the whole Medicaid situation that's going on, because now the people that has voted for Trump, which is, you know, majority was Edom. Fucking Edomites, man. The self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child. In hopes of making their country back better again. Okay, in hopes of MAGA. All right, which we know that saying. Okay, that's an evil saying in itself. All right, but their hopes was that this man could come into, all right, the equation with a solution. All right, with an answer. All right, and solve all their problems. You know, make life easier for them. Make America, all right, the pinnacle of success or dominance, whatever the fuck, you know, these Edomites think. In which really their thoughts is this. So bear with me for a second. And this is their inward thought, man. This is their thoughts. All right, this is the thought of every Edomite, man, because guess what? Right now, the wicked is in rulership. All right. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name. So this is their thought. Their thoughts is that they continually to be in the seat of power and rulership, you know, to continue to fuck over the earth, all right, to continue to rule all over all nations, all right, and really have the Lord's chosen people, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man, woman, and child, you know, beneath them. all right, as they continue to go around to spread their democracy, their philosophies, their ideologies, which is death, all right, and to basically be, uh, you know, to still be that that power, to be at the seat of that power, to continue to rule the earth, all right, to continue to go, to other countries, other places around the world, and to conquer, all right, to steal, to kill, to take what they want, all right, all behind the covering or the name of liberation and democracy, all right, in the principles of what America stands on, all right, in which Babylon the Great, all right, soon about to be destroyed, man. And this is what the Lord is doing, man. Yahweh Bashim Shai is, and they're doing what they said they was going to do. All right. Psalms 49 and 11 again. Actually, let's get that in let's see if we can get that in Psalms 49. Let's see if we can get that in the GNT, whatever is the best, or NLT, whatever might be the best translation, fit. Let's see. Psalms 49 and 11. All right, and this Lord willing, this be quick. That's 49, right? Psalms 49 and 11. Let me see. Let's see GNT. NLTs may be better. Bear with me for a second. Nah, not really doing it any justice. But once again, Psalms 49:11 in the KJV says their inward thoughts is. So this is their mind. This is what they think. This is what, their hope is. Okay. That's why, all right, you have DJ Trump. All right, having talks about building, infrastructures, whole AI infrastructures, trying to build things. All right, even the whole slogan, build back better. Okay, they want to continually to build, in which the way that they build, they're not building they're not coming up in a right way. All right, they're not coming up the way that is good, that is right. All right, they're doing the opposite. They're doing it out of deceits and lies. Okay, taking, stealing, lying, deceit, robbing, killing. This is how these devils are establishing their rule, their empire. This is what they're trying to do. All right. So it says that their houses shall continue forever. Yeah. Starting with these elites, these top banking elite families. All right. In which you have these technocrats. All right. These technocrats like Kill Bill. All right. And the definition of a technocrat is, technocrats are individuals, often with technical training, who believe that many social problems can be solved through the application of technology and scientific principle, in which we understand that science is going into a pseudo-science. Pseudo meaning a false science. So their belief is on a false sense. All right. They believe that they can build back better in their image, in which their image would be the image of the beast. All right. Revelations. Okay, you read the book of Revelations, it tells you, man. All right, that how these devils, okay, have power to give life into the image of the beast. All right, in which those that had that power, it's going into these individuals. All right, let's look at some individuals. All right, let's see a couple of technocrats. All right, like generation. What would be a generation technocrats? This generation. You know what? It's not really a good question, but hey, I just give some examples, man. We don't even I don't even think what I typed in help me look for it or find it. But kill snakes, Kill Bill. Okay, which is we already know who that is. Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, Elon Musk. What's another one? Okay, and it's multiple. It's actually multiple. All right, it's a lot of them. But starting with these, people that will be the forerunners. All right, from these are the forerunners for these top banking elite families, man. In which truth be told, these are people that come from those houses, man, from the houses of the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Rothschilds. All right. These elites, these are what would you see? Predecessor. Let me see. That's a good word to use. Predecessor. Bear me for a second. Here it is. Predecessor. Definition of a predecessor. It says someone or something that came before another person or a thing in a sequence or series. Okay, so what would be the opposite of a predecessor? All right, because this is basically what these technocrats is, man, and that's why they're being set up. All right, this is why they have a heavy influence in today's society. Okay, it says a predecessor is the opposite of a predecessor is a successor. A predecessor is someone who comes before in time or order, while a successor is someone who comes after. So these are really more so successors. All right, because they believe through these men that are set up in today's society, which owns mostly damn near everything. All right, from buying to selling, from the stocks to land. These are the successors, all right, which comes from these big top banking elite families, man. All right, and that they're pushing that will through them. It says that their houses shall continue forever and their dwelling places to all generations. And when I say generations, that's not talking about the Negroes, Latinos, and natives. That's not talking about the Arab or Chinese men, all right, that's over here dwelling in Babylon. All right, that's talking about the fucking Edomites, man. Okay, that's talking about the Idumeans, and not just any Idumean. It's talking about those from those selected families, man, these elite type banking families. All right, and it says they call their lands after their own names. Yeah, okay, certain lands that they conquered, like Americanos. I think it's like Americanos Raspushi. All right, which that's where that name comes from, American. All right, and also Africanos. I think it was Africanos something. Basically, man, you see these places, these lands and these cities, and they're all names from Edomites. These conquerors. Okay, and they have hopes, okay, of basically bringing forth that NWO. But get back to the point. All right, let's let the spirit flow. So let's watch this. All right, because I ain't gonna lie, I was mad excited, man, to hear this. See where it starts from. All right, hear all these fucking Edomites complain, man. It's a good thing. It's music to my ears. Okay. But definitely check this brother the elders video out as well. I'm gonna definitely finish this after I'm done with this class. Yaratazah. You know,
Okay with cut.
so let's see what we got to
In
say.
Jacob's trouble. If this happened to the so-called white people, what's gonna happen to you, Jakes? That will not have no help in Jacob's trouble. And it's happening now, man. Check this out.
Okay with cut.
Hold on, let me turn this volume down.
Okay, you call yourself a Republican. Are you okay with cutting Medicaid? Are you okay with cutting food programs that feed the needy? Are you okay with cutting energy programs that keep the heat on for seniors and kids?
Now he's talking about his people. He said the needy, the seniors and kids. He's talking about so-called white people. He's not talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. This system was designed for the so-called white man and woman, and they are losing it. Their generational wealth and white privilege.
Exactly. He made a good point. He said they're losing their generational wealth and white privilege, in which that is a form of power that these Edomites have in the society. Okay, why? Because this world belongs to them currently, right now. For right now. Okay, but they can see it slipping straight out of their hands. All right. That's why he's inquiring. All right, and he's, this is a fucking sob. Cry out, to these elites. All right, are you okay with cutting off heating to the elderly? This nigga got fucking playing his sorry ass sad music in the back. Two through, bro. Two through, man. Call all you how about Shimmy shy.
It's gone. Run it back.
Okay, you call yourself a Republican. Are you okay with cutting Medicaid? Are you okay with cutting food programs that feed the needy? Are you okay with cutting energy programs that keep the heat on for seniors and kids? Are you for that? Because that's what the Trump bill does. It cuts 13.5 million people off of health care. 13.5 million people will have no coverage if this passes. Tens of thousands of kids will be kicked off of food programs. They won't be able to get food. And countless numbers of seniors will have their power shut off at important times like during the winter. This is the Republican bill. And my question to you is, do you call yourself a Republican? And if you do, why are you for something so terrible? I'm just asking.
Hey, MAGA. Republicans decided last night, early wee hours, to sneak in cuts to Medicare, not just Medicaid. Now it's Medicare. They just snuck it in. You know why? Because they need money for those tax cuts. That's all they care about.
So last night, while all the Americans were sleeping, the House was busy passing.
Yeah, and she said they need money for those tax cuts, in which, what Trump is telling you is that, what he's doing right now is for the betterment of Babylon, all right, which is America, and that all that money that they're spending in these places, they could be using that money, okay, these hundreds of millions and billions of dollars, which was so called to help the people, the Americans, They could be literally using that to build up America, all right, in other places, in which you Americans are going to be heavily affected by that, all right? Okay, these benefits that you've been receiving, especially, you Eves, all right, you so-called black woman that has been abusing, okay, Medicaid, Medicare, that has been abusing government assistance, all right? You literally just, you know, you crippled yourself, all right? In which really most people that's upon that, they received it. They took advantage of it. They thought shit was sweet, but the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai, okay, is putting an end to that shit, man. Not only for, Eve, but also for Edom, because at the end of the day, that wasn't really for the tribes, man. It wasn't really for Israel. That was for Edom.
That big, beautiful bill cutting Medicaid and food stamps to the poorest people. That's right. It goes on to the next step after changes have been made that we have no idea what they are. Considering that Republicans voted against it the other day said there wasn't enough cuts to Medicaid and food stamps, while these sit in the Congress and get free health care, while they say you to the rest of us. How in the world can you still support these
And who is the rest of us she's talking about? So-called white people. This is their system. This is their kingdom.
So in order to pay for Trump's tax cuts to the rich, the Republicans are cutting $1 trillion from Medicaid and food stamps. We're going to give more to the 1% by taking more away from those living below the poverty line.
Do you MAGA nurses, I can't believe that's a fucking demographic that exists, but do you MAGA nurses not realize that if these Medicaid cuts come through, you're going to lose your job? Like, nursing homes and rural hospitals and mental health facilities, those places are going to shut down. You're not going to have a job.
Yeah, she's talking to the Edomites, man. She's talking about these Edomite women, workers, most likely, because Edom is only concerned about themselves. They're not concerned about the tribes. All right, nobody cares about you, Jakes, man. These times we coming into. All right, it's gonna be shown more and more. Okay, that these devils were never really for you. And that whole time, what the prophet's been saying from our elders and apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, informing you for years, okay, for decades, all right, that the self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child, okay, it's a devil that the Bible speaks of.
Nursing, which has always been this safety net, like, oh, I can always find a job anywhere, it's gonna completely ruin it. Like, I know you don't care about poor people or elderly or disabled, but have some fucking self-preservation. Your cult is so embarrassing.
And confirmed. Not only will the big beautiful bill be cutting Medicaid and SNAP, it'll also be cutting Medicare as well, in the amount of $1.2 trillion.
Imagine voting for someone whom you thought was going to protect you, only to find out.
All right, so, hey, let's get this, man, because this is absolutely beautiful. It's Yapa. Yapa. Okay, it's Yapa. All right. It is Yapa, man. Truthfully. Because what the Lord is doing is he's humbling these people, man. Everybody's being humble, bro. All right. The book of Psalms, chapter 119. I am thy servant, Salakia, Psalms 119 and 125. I am thy servant, give me understanding, that I may know thy testimonies. All right, in which the Lord has given us understanding of these holy scriptures, man, of the Holy Bible, of the times that we're living in, the end times. All right, we have known the counsel, all right, of those that sit in the heavens, man. All right, not only that, but we also have the testimony, okay, which is what we have, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, okay, the King of Kings, Princes of Princes, man, which that is the spirit of prophecy. So all these things that's going on right now, it's all for the sake of prophecy. It's all building up, okay, to leading into a time, not a day, but a time known as Jacob's trouble, man. Jacob's trouble. Verse 126, Psalms 119, chapter 119 and verse 126. Here's the point. It is time for thee, Lord Yahweh. It is time for thee, Lord Yahweh. Read it one more time. It is time for thee, Yahweh, to work, for they have made void thy law. All right. That's what the Lord is doing, man. He's working. Okay, he's doing what he said he was going to do. All right, these little pains, these little turmoils that's going on, people catching hell, all this, man, is all prophecy, man. It's all the judgments of the Lord going on. In which I watched a class from the beloved elder apostle Aramla, and he doing it with another elder brother. And the title was, "It's gonna get worse before it gets worse." All right, that's where we at, man. We're in the time when the Lord is doing his thing, man. He's working. Call Allahum La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. All right. So these people, they're gonna feel it. They're gonna. Everybody's about to feel it, man. All right, especially because they have made void the law. There's this whole America, the ways of living like a fucking Babylonian. It's lawlessness, man. This is the wild, wild west where there is no laws, nor order, no mercy. It's just straight up death in this place, man. So the Lord is going to reward this place, okay, with what it's been pushing out, man, which is fucking death, evils, bad times. All right. Hey, and these people, they feeling it. They feeling the back end of it, man. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of this.
That he is after your only remaining healthcare so that he can give tax breaks to
Republicans added $500 billion.
Hey, these people furious, man. Hey, they mad as shit. They mad as hell, man.
In cuts to Medicare. Let me tell you, as someone who's just gone through this with my mother, Medicare is wildly underfunded. The benefits, even with the supplement my mother paid extra for, were horrible. She could barely get out of bed to use the restroom safely without falling, and they would only pay for someone to come over the house 1 hour a week. The only facilities that would actually take her for full-time care had multiple violations for elder care abuse, were disgustingly filthy, and smelled of urine in the lobby. Cutting Medicare is an absolute horror show. It is absolutely cruel. You are talking about the elderly at the end of their life. It is already a horrible program.
Hey, in which this devil don't give no fucks, man. He don't care. You think this devil cares, man? You really? Hey, man. Gotta start giving credit to the wipe, man. Okay, gotta start giving credit to Edom, man, because it's the Lord, bro. It's really Yahweh Shema Shai, which is respect of no persons. The Lord don't care. The Lord don't care if it's a damn elderly, or old lady, or a little baby, young child. You know, child might be deformed, came out of birth, whatever the fuck. The Lord don't care about none of that shit, man. He don't care. All right.
That needs reform and more funding. And they, in the dark of night, added $500 billion worth of cuts. They are giving that money to the billionaires and to the wealthy in tax cuts. They don't care about any of us. They don't care if we go, and they don't care how horrible it is when we do.
No politician in his right mind would ever vote on a bill to cut Medicaid.
Hey, and that's Revelations 12 and verse 12, man. I'm gonna close out with this, and then I'm gonna finish the elders lesson, because really that's what's going on, man. Hey, and we told you people, we warned you people, man. Hey, Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. In which we're rejoicing, man. Okay, what a time, a beautiful time to be alive. Okay, and truthfully be alive, man. Okay, not just because your heart beating and but spiritually. Okay, to spiritually be alive, man. To be able to see these things that's going on, because really, the rest of these people, they're dead, man. They're the walking dead. Yeah, you might get on camera snapping and shit, cutting up, getting out of character, because their government, is doing them dirty. While on the other end, you got us, man, the prophets, the believers, rejoicing. Okay. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, which is destruction. So death, destruction, calamities, misfortune. Okay. To the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, which is the people, the inhabitants. Okay. Who inhabits the earth? The people. And of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right. So this devil knows he has a short time to bring forth his enterprise, to bring forth his pseudo heavens. Okay. Because really that's what he's trying to bring forth, that he's trying to manifest that spiritual birthright, but it ain't gonna work. All right. Job tells you about it. He disappointed the crafty of the wise, so that they cannot perform their enterprise. Esau, he don't know that. Sleazy, he don't know that. Okay, and these fucking Edomites, majority of them, they don't know that either. That what's going on, but hey, there it is. The devil, he's here. The deceiver. Okay, which is not talking about the spiritual demon Satan, but it's talking about the physical counterpart of that spiritual demon Satan, which is these Edomites, starting with these top bacon elite families. Once again, getting things in order, getting shit in gear. They picking up the pace. It says, for the devil has come down unto you. You people, you gonna fucking feel it. And they already feeling it. Inflation, okay, prices going up. Okay, there's jobs. Okay, it's a shortage on jobs. People getting fired left and right every day. Okay, so don't be surprised. All right, this is the wrath of the devil. Okay? It says, for the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. He knows. Yahweh Shai is on his way soon. Very, very soon, man. So
especially a politician who has a midterm coming up. That, folks, is complete political suicide. But they're going to do.
They don't get no fucks about no political suicide. They don't care about none of that, man. These people don't care how they're viewed by Goyim. You think they care how they're viewed, okay, by cattle, by livestock? They don't get no hell, man. You silly Babylonians are the people that cares about this shit, man. Because you don't know. You don't know that you're dancing with the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
But anyway, and that tells me one thing. They have midterms taken care of. Because it just does not match. Like you can't put those two together and make that make any type of sense whatsoever.
Cooked through. All right. Hey, the ass through, bro. Hey, man, this is a bad time to be an Edomite, bro. This is it's a bad time to be an Edomite, man. Okay. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to say Tawada, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, for giving me the spirit to be able to do this lesson. And in closing, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory with infinite blessings unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaChodash. Till next time I say Shalom, Wah Abba Basum. Shalom.